Hi my friends, back again for another wee chapter of the story of life. The story of life comes from experience, as I mentioned in all my videos. We only have experience, the rest is knowledge. This wee topic today is about don't quit, never give up. Never give up on what you believe. There's many a time in my journey that I quit and I did give up, and I've never felt so much pain. What I was doing to myself I couldn't realise. And this was through me having all these qualifications. I'm qualified to go there and help people, and I couldn't help myself. And I felt like a complete hypocrite, and it broke my heart that I had these qualifications and I had a desire to go and help other people. And I felt like a true hypocrite, and I gave up. I gave up my work, and the reason I'm doing these videos is because I gave up my work for 3 years. I finally understood that the only thing that was hurting me was the way I was thinking, and I found that very difficult at the beginning because I didn't have the tools to fix it, to sort the problem that I'd created through what I had learned, and the way I'd learned to think, so negative, riddled and controlled by fear, and I kept giving up. I either blamed the God I was brought up with and raised with, a God of fear that was instilled into me as an RC. I blamed the church, I blamed God, I blamed the priests, I blamed everybody, and that's why I kept quitting. It's only when I finally gave up that job and my work, and I decided to go up the hills for 3 years and take time out, because I landed a good job, believe it or not, and they were paying me quite good money as a consultant, working with mental health, children struggling with mental health who were disadvantaged. And as I mentioned, I felt like a true hypocrite. I was just teaching people things from a book, and it wasn't working. People loved me because of my approach and the way I speak, but I wasn't getting across, and I felt I wasn't getting across. I wasn't understanding the root, which I talk about in the videos, is fear. I didn't understand that then. But when I left that job, I had a terrible fear of money, not having any and not having enough of it. And I knew I had to face that. And being brought up with a faith and a religion of a God, only spoken from the book, I was terrified of this old man in the sky who was going to put me into a bad fire. And I kept analysing this and questioning, why would a God say, why in the book? Because no human being has met God. Had a cup of tea with God. But why would this God of fear, it was put into me, and then a God of love, and that confused me, where I failed to understand how could the God love you and then God want to hate you, burn you in a fire. And that was the things I was brought up with, and I was terrified. Came right into my adulthood and later on in my 40s and 50s. And I've worked with so many people who were similar to myself, but I thought it was only myself. And that's when I quit and I gave up. I had nothing then, no belief, no faith. I kept giving up. I gave up on myself. The 3 years that I took out, I learned to practice quieting my mind. And that was difficult when you have a racing head and you've been locked up in mental institutions and you've got all these qualifications, but the fear that I was controlled by and lived by, that's why I kept quitting and giving up on life. Gave up on my children, my son, partners. I kept quitting, I gave up. I did not believe in myself. And I got to recognise this and see this while I was walking up the hills and doing things like that. And I've heard numerous people doing that. I used to laugh, but I see now the purpose is I got to see the damage I was doing to myself through my own thoughts, and how many times I'd quit and gave up in life, and that hurt, and I cried, and I was upset. But please, if you're going to listen to this, please, it's just thoughts. My own thoughts. I recognised this in the 3 years that I took out. That was, to me, was a degree I was doing, looking at myself continuously on a daily basis, listening to my own thoughts, the chatterbox, talking, yapping away in my head continuously. And I believed these thoughts, as I spoke about in other videos, telling me that I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that. I had no evidence or proof apart from the lies my own mind was telling me. I didn't believe in myself because I told myself I was a bad person and I shouldn't have done this and I shouldn't have done that. And maybe I should have done this and maybe I should have done that. And I kept living in that world with the same pattern of thinking, the same thoughts that was causing the same horrible feelings, the same horrible emotions. And that's why I quit and gave up on everything in life. In the 3 years I had learnt to listen to my own thinking, to challenge it, to say that's not me. Because at times when you sit back and you do listen without even thinking, you'll hear the thoughts coming in, but you're not thinking them. That's habitual patterns of thinking. That's why I was locked up in the institutions, because of the racing head, overthinking, analysing. Why would I do that? Why would I do that to myself? It doesn't matter who I blamed, but why would I do that to myself? Continuously looking at what people had done to me and what they shouldn't have done and what they did do. And I had all that hatred going on in my life, and anger and resentment and bitterness, and that's why I kept quitting. I was, what is the purpose of going on here? And it hurt me big time, where I had to learn not to blame anybody and never to give up, never quit, never give in to your own thoughts, because it was my mind that was dictating my life, controlling my own life, how I should feel, where I should go, what I should do, my own thoughts. When I learned to quiet my mind, I went with my gut instinct. I knew intuitively what to do at that moment. I'm not frightened of my own thoughts today. They'll never tell me to stop or give up or quit. I don't care what people think of me. I don't care what they say, because they're going to think it anyway and they're going to say it anyway. And that's the universe saying to me, still love them, but you understand them now. Why? Because I understand myself, and the damage of what I had learned in my home and environment became habitual, normal patterns of behaviour. And I kept giving up. I kept quitting. I can't do this. I'll never be able to do this. I'll never be happy. I'll always be sad. I'll always be fat. I'll always be this. I was me that was doing that, my friends. Me. I was doing this to myself. And I had to stop that because nobody else was talking to me, and I kept giving up in life. And life is very short, very short. I'm 63 now. I have no fear of death because the things I've experienced in my life have taught me that there is something greater than me, more powerful than me, an energy that works through me, that helped heal me through believing in myself, trusting in myself. Why shouldn't I? The thoughts that I'm speaking just now, the words that I'm speaking just now, is the words that I had to learn to use to myself, to challenge the negativity, believe and trust in me, that I could change that thought and I could challenge that thought. And I began to believe in myself, and I began to trust in myself, that nobody could hurt me anymore. I was doing that, and that's why I never quit now, that's why I never give up. Because I know it's just a thought saying, you can't. I never even tried, but I kept saying I can't, and that's why I never succeeded. I never failed in anything. I believe failure is a horrible earthly word, human word. It destroys people. I failed relationship, I failed marriage, I failed at this, I failed. You didn't fail at anything. You tried. You might not have succeeded in it, but if we take the lessons, we will succeed the next time. If we look through the mistakes that we've made. And that's giving in and quitting. Quitting in what? We get one shot at this, my friends, one shot. And if we keep saying I can't or I can't, as we say in Glasgow, you won't, because you've just told yourself a lie and you've believed that lie your whole life. Where is the evidence that you can't? Just look around about you and you'll see people that you know who have changed and done something with their life. But me being so negative, I became envious and jealous, and that's why I couldn't get anything in my life. I kept looking at the negatives and never once did I look at a positive. I never believed in myself I could change. Not once did I believe that I could change. But when I learned to challenge that mindset, my own mindset, my own thoughts, when there was nobody around about me, that's when the change happened. I challenged it, I believed I could achieve anything, and if I didn't, at least I tried. I might not have succeeded at that point, but I'll go back and I'll try again. And if it doesn't work out, at least I tried. And that's all one has to do, is believe and go and try and do something. I used to isolate. I had to isolate at times to be on my own, to listen to the spirit, as people say. I don't know anything. I really don't. I've never met God, but I know there's something, because it's helped heal me and taught me to speak. The way I speak, openly and honestly, being vulnerable and humble, and trying to help somebody to achieve something that you believed you couldn't do because you told yourself you couldn't do it. When really we can do anything, because through my experience I've recognised we are the most powerful species on this planet of Earth. And through the power of the mind, even when absent of thoughts, you'll see the Spirit will speak in a quiet voice. It's only trying to help us, but we don't like the things that we get, the challenges and the obstacles that the universe put in front of us. Usually people, money, the fear of people, worrying about what people think of us, trying to please them, trying to impress them, looking for their approval. Why? Why would we do that? The message was, you don't love yourself, Gerard. You don't trust yourself, my son. You're unhappy because you're looking at things that you believe would make you happy. Because I'm looking at what other people have, and I believe if I have what they've got, then I'll be happy. Oh, is that not a lie? Because history tells us about all the people before us, rock stars, pop stars, film stars, multi-millionaires who end up in prison, dependent on drugs and alcohol, ending up in prison, losing their marriage and their partner because they're sleeping about, ending up bankrupt with nothing. But they have all the money that they dreamed of. They have the beautiful house that they dreamed of. They have the beautiful cars, the beautiful partners, the beautiful children, but they're still unhappy because we didn't believe in ourselves. We didn't trust ourselves. And history shows you it doesn't matter how much money you've got, it's all to do with your mind. And I had to trust myself that I could change these thoughts and challenge them, which I spoke about in the process of change, which is difficult. But once we begin the process, everything great happens. The feelings, the emotions, the sensations, as I talk about, are unbelievable when you start believing and trusting in yourself. And I would say to you, why would you doubt yourself? Where is your evidence that you can't achieve this, that you can't change, that you can't achieve what you want to achieve? Where is your evidence? You'll see it comes from our mind. When we change the thought and say, yes, I'm going to get this, I want to do this, I'll achieve this. It might take time, because in between that, we're getting time to look at the behaviours that prevented us from achieving what we set out to achieve, which was our own mind. Just your own mind will tell you you're not good enough. Your own mind will tell you that you'll never achieve this. Your own mind will tell you you're stupid, that you're daft, that you, in Glasgow we say thick. And these words, they're only words. We can change that word and change the feeling and the emotion on the spot by challenging it and believing and trusting in yourself that you can achieve this. There's honest, please believe me, I would never speak here. I don't do this for money or fame or recognition. I do it because I'm getting older. I want to help my son, my grandson. I want to break the cycle of dysfunction in families where you can recognise that we're not quitters. We just tell ourselves lies. We need to believe in ourselves and challenge that thought, challenge that mindset, and believe and trust in yourself. You will achieve anything that you want to achieve, and be a powerful example to your children, your partners, your family, your friends. When you change, because Nobody else can change us. Nobody else can think for us. The damage is done through the thoughts and the way we've learned to think. Please believe that. If you've got something else, yes, we might have been harmed when we were children, and it's damaged as young adults and adults. But then we've still got to let that go and deal with that. And that can cause a lot of unhappiness and grief, because I've been there and I have suffered that pain and I've came through it, and that's the reason I can speak. Please believe in yourself, never quit in life, never give up, because something might not, if we've got an expectation of I should have had that by now, I should have done this by now, we're putting pressure on ourselves. Please believe. If you listen to your thoughts and you challenge them, you will believe in yourself. Please believe that. Because we don't need people to believe in us, we don't need people to love us. We can believe in ourselves and believe in others, and we can love other people. Just the things that have happened to us have stopped us and prevented us from trusting ourselves and trusting other people. And it's okay not to trust other people, because it takes time to build trust. It takes time to build trust with ourselves. And if you look at how many times we've gave up and quit in life, called ourselves a failure, blamed other people, and we sat there unhappy and done nothing about it, and we gave up, and we gave up, we won't enter into another relationship, we'll take the lowest paid job, we'll just do this, we don't feel good enough. We've gave up. Why? Because something happened that we never dealt with, because we didn't know how to deal with it. I'm helping you through these videos. It's just a thought. Challenge the thought, change the thought, and the sensations will change, and you will see that everything you believed in, everything you desire, you will create it. It will come, because you are the creator. Nobody. Who creates the good feelings? Who creates the bad feelings? We're responsible for both. And I didn't like living with the dark or the negative, and I was sick and tired of seeing people round about me suffering. My son, my grandson, they were all going to suffer, my partner, and it was down to me to change that, and that's what I choose to do. I believe in myself, I trust myself. If I don't get something, I'm okay with that. If I do, I'm very grateful, and I'm grateful for the time that you've come on here and listened, and I hope and pray you can change that thought and believe in yourself. Never give up. You're only giving up on yourself, and that's insane. Allowing other people to control us, the world to control us. Nobody can control you, and you have no control or power over the world or any other human being. We have only control over our own mind, and as you know, the amount of mental health in the world is caused by our thoughts. Yes, there's circumstances and situations that's caused that, but then it comes back to us. If we want to get well, we need to take responsibility, and that's the difficult part, is learning to accept, forgive, be humble, and being grateful. It's difficult to get to that space, but when you challenge and you believe and you trust, it comes in days. Believe me, in a day, when you decide, I've had enough, no more, I have had enough. I will never ever disbelieve in myself. I will never mistrust myself. I will never doubt myself. When you say that and believe it, everything changes. So I'm very, very grateful, my friends, for listening and for taking the time to listen. And hopefully you take something from these wee short videos, because they're for you. They're not for me, they're for you. And if you want to share them with other people, if you take something from it. But I'll speak to you again soon. We'll get another topic, and I hope you have a lovely evening, a lovely afternoon, or a lovely morning, wherever you may be. And I'll speak to you again. Namaste. Bless you all, and thank you kindly. Thank you so much.